Alright, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back again with another YouTube video. And today we're going to be discussing a topic that I've been thinking about every once in a while when it comes to covering Edp445 and also Boogie2988. And recently, me covering his cancer situation, it really brought back up the concept on how similar both these guys are. They obviously have some differences, some pretty major ones. But after looking into both of them, out of anyone I've covered on this YouTube channel, they share the most similarities, and I'm going to explain exactly why. So obviously we can't deny the elephant in the room. They're both extremely overweight and unhealthy. I mean, EDP is probably pushing 600 pounds, and Boogie2988 I think is at 400 pounds. So they're both pretty big guys. So they both share the concept of not working out or trying to be healthy. And it's even worse for EDP because he actually has kidney failure. So you'd think him going and hitting the gym every once in a while or going on a good diet would probably help with that. But there's a big reason why these guys actually don't want to work out is because they use their weight as a shield, especially Boogie, where if you criticize him, he'll just be like, oh, you guys just don't want to see a fat man succeed on YouTube. They constantly will use this as a shield. With EDP, again, his kidney failure, he uses that all the time. You know what I mean? I got to go get my dialysis and it's a living hell and I have to work my ass off. No one feels sorry for both of them. I don't feel sorry for Boogie or EDP. They made their bed and they're both morbidly obese and unhealthy. But unlike Boogie2988, EDP actually has a medical issue. He has been diagnosed with kidney failure. I mean, he even got caught by Gideon at the dialysis center. So it's not like he's faking it. Now, as of Francis, aka Boogie2988, he has recently been exposed for faking his cancer, right? And it's been pretty much proven at this point. He admits that it's not in his patient portal, and I cover that. If you get diagnosed with cancer, it's going to be in there. All your medical records, everything, and it's they have to update it. Your doctors need to update the patient portal. So he pretty much got exposed. Now, why Boogie would lie about having cancer? It's simple. He wants to be the victim. He wants people to feel sorry for him, and that's not something that people don't realize with Boogie. That's what he's mostly known for, is playing the victim and wanting people to sympathize. And guess who also does that? Edp445. I'm sure you guys remember when he got caught trying to meet up with a 13-year-old girl. And that obviously marked the catalyst of his downfall. I mean, he literally went to go meet with a 13-year-old girl, but instead was met with Chet Goldstein and the CC unit, who filmed the entire situation. It was probably one of the biggest catches, I think, in YouTube history because EDP was pretty massive at the time. And, going to meet up with a 13-year-old girl completely tanked his career, obviously. He got banned off YouTube. He's now a meme, a laughingstock. He's known as, the YouTuber who went to go meet up with a child and do nefarious deeds. It wasn't good. And, he decided to not respond. Well, he did respond initially, pretty much getting very angry at everyone who was involved, talking shit to Chet Goldstein, CC Unit, Philippe. But the one thing he never did is actually address the situation directly. Until 2 years later, we came out with this really awful video that had an Obama AI interviewer. And essentially what happens in this video that he released is he says that it was all a setup. Not just a setup, but an actual setup where he was the victim. And it was supposed to be some sort of interview for a movie.
2021 actually didn't occur. So explain what actually happened.
Oh, it's simple what fucking occurred. I was set up. There's nothing to sit back and try to, conscrew or try to, make it look like something different than what the fuck it already was. I was set the fuck up, period. You know what I mean? And it's total bullshit, bro.
Okay, so you're saying that you were set up. Now, explain how that actually happened.
Well, first and foremost, in the very beginning, I was emailed by Chet, because, I'm assuming, I'm fucking guessing that somebody from, the actual Wavelength Production Studios, forwarded my email over to him. That's how he fucking got it up in the first place. That's how he was able to get in contact with me. You know what I mean? And so we started chatting back and forth here and there and stuff like that, and then we did the whole, we scheduled a time to meet and things of that nature. Went over to Rite Aid. Javier, the camera guy, he walked me over to Chet. You feel me? And, Chet basically had some chat logs and stuff like that. And he just wrote out a scenario and just told me to go with it. And that's what happened.
It's just a bunch of BS. I completely laughed at the entire video. I made a video of it originally on my other channel. And, it was just a big goofy situation. And not only was he trying to say that it didn't happen, but he also tried playing the victim. Right? He tried making it seem like he was the victim and he was being set up because there was a bunch of white people who were upset that a black man was succeeding on YouTube. You know, he later made an apology video where he never once apologized to any of the other victims, by the way. Like, usually with predators, it's not just one victim. And we find out that he did groom multiple other children as well, and not just this 13-year-old bait girl that Chet Goldstein and the CC unit were using. You know, so he's just a massive victim too. I mean, he complains all the time on the internet. He blames everyone else for what's happening to him currently. He blames Cold Raven, Chet Goldstein, CC Unit. He also said that he has murderous tendencies towards those people. Like, the guy is just such a victim complex that he can't even fathom what he did or take any responsibility, like Boogie2988. Every time I tune into LolCow podcast, it's always him telling a sob story about his childhood, or how awful his childhood is, or all these terrible things that happened to him, or how awful the internet is. You know, even going as far as to fake a swatting so he could get some attention on the internet. That's literally Edp445, especially right now. If you guys watch any of these recent EDP videos, he's either complaining, playing the victim, blaming everyone else for what happened to him. They're the same person, right? Essentially, when it boils down to their personalities, they're the same exact person. That's why I think if EDP was still popular on YouTube and he didn't get caught for what he did, he would probably be a lolcow at this point, because the guy cannot take criticism. People just laugh at him. You know, they're essentially the exact same person. Now, I'm not calling Boogie2988 a predator. You know, I think I've established that at the beginning of the video. But if he was a predator, you literally couldn't extinguish between the two. Right? They're constantly lying, playing the victim, you know, like going after the internet for stuff that, you know, they can easily, you know, deal with, but instead they make it everyone else's problem. They decide to, you know, make everything about themselves. They're constantly complaining about everything. You know, you could say that they both have similar attraction towards a certain, you know, age range of women. I think Boogie's dating like a 19-year-old girl while he's like, what, 40? You know, so they're like, honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyways, that's all I really want to talk about. Let me know your guys' opinions in the comments down below. I just thought it was kind of a goofy video to make because, you know, it's uncanny how similar these guys actually are. And, you know, it feels like they're like long-lost brothers or something like that. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video.
Counting sheep, but there's one I always miss. Everyone says I'm getting down too low. Everyone says you just gotta